What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Beyond the DJ Booth podcast. You like that?
I love it, man.
It's Joe
Special
Bunn
effects.
with my guy, Brian B. We're back with another episode of the greatest private event DJ podcast possibly in the world.
I'm going to go with it. I love it. I love it. I love the pump up. The numbers are good.
The numbers are pretty good, man. I'm proud of us.
It's been
We're
good.
still doing it.
Hey, it's consistent. You can't say we don't miss. We
This
don't
is
miss.
the last episode of season 3, right?
No, this is the first episode of season 4, baby.
Oh, shit.
Season 4.
Season 4. So that means we've done 50. This will be the 53rd episode.
I guess so.
That's pretty good.
That is. Yeah.
You think we'll quit or keep it going?
No, I'm enjoying it.
I am too. It's pretty fun. Would you enjoy it if I made you come here every week, though?
Yeah, that would get old.
You got to batch it.
I got to batch it.
Me too. I'm a batcher.
Yeah. So if you're listening to this and we don't mention anything that's currently happening,
Right.
we try not to mention those things very often because we don't want to get dated, but
right.
that's why we're not mentioning it because
We're the
batching.
batchers.
Yeah, got to do it. Got to be efficient.
Efficient.
So we've had a couple of icebreakers where you've been a little underperforming, if I do say so myself. So we're going to move into music.
Okay.
And so I want to see how well you know music. I'm going to give you titles of songs, and you're going to tell me, are these real titles or are these fake titles? And if you know the artist, bonus points too, by the way. So we're going to start with this first one here. The name of the song.
So this is either real or
it's
fake.
fake.
Okay.
The name of the song is called You're the Reason Our Kids Are Ugly. Do you think this is one of those romantic ballads that are crushing the airwaves, or do you think this is a fake?
I think it's real, and it's either like a emo band or like a hardcore band.
It is real,
Okay.
but it's kind of from the 1950s.
Oh, shit.
So this is by Loretta Lynn and Conway Twitty.
Wow.
Here's a little sample of what you might hear when you hear the song.
You're the reason our kids are ugly, little darling. Oh, but looks ain't everything, and money ain't everything, but I love you just the same.
Looks aren't everything, money ain't everything, but I love you still the same.
Wow.
You're the reason our kids are ugly.
And with a dog barking in the background in the office building right now is even crazier. And that just added to the country hillbilly of that.
Oh, that's classic
Holy
North Carolina.
shit.
All right, potential song number 2. Why does it hurt when I pee?
That's fake. There's no way.
You don't think it's real?
Nah.
It is real. What do you think is what kind of genre? What kind of feel you think this is?
It's gotta be like a white dude with dreads, but he's trying to do like hardcore.
Frank Zappa.
Oh, that makes sense. Actually, that tracks.
So here it is. Little sample. The third one's the funny. Here you go.
Jesus Christ, dude. What the hell, dude?
Oh man. 0 for 2, or right? Or no, you were 1 for 1. One
No,
for
one
one.
for one. One
Okay.
for one.
Third one here.
How many are there?
5, I think. 6. My Wi-Fi left me for a better router. Real or fake?
I don't even know how you could put that into a melody. I'm gonna say it's fake.
It is fake.
Okay.
It is fake. Okay.
There's too many words.
Number 4. Yank my doodle. It's a dandy.
I'm gonna say yes. It's real and
Okay.
it's really old or country.
It is both. Yes, it is real. It is old. It's by a guy by the name of John Valby.
I don't know him.
I don't know him either.
Let
Here's
me
a
hear-
little sample.
Let me hear John.
Yank my doodle, it's a dandy. It's the good old American way. Grease me up and give a handy.
What the hell?
I love the US.
How do you not get in trouble for that in the 1950s?
I don't know.
I don't know how you can learn that. That is incredible. All right. Let's see if we got another 2 here.
Wow, the original P. Diddy, bro.
Damn.
All right, the next one on the list. Who let the cows out? Do you think somebody did a parody of, or decided to go down the animal
Yeah, I think it's real.
It is fake, my friend.
Damn
it is
it.
fake, my friend.
What was that, 2 and 2?
2 and 2. So this is the deal breaker. Actually, no. So you had the
We're
reason
going to
my
hear
kids are
this?
ugly.
Do we have a sample?
We don't. It's not. It's fake.
Oh,
This one's fake. You said this one's
sorry,
real.
sorry. 2 and 2,
All right.
2 and 2, 2 and 2.
So the last one here. No, because you're the reason our kids are ugly. You got that one?
Yep.
Why does it hurt when I pee? You didn't get that. My Wi-Fi, you got that. You're my doodle. It's a dandy. You got that.
I'm
So,
2 and 2.
Yeah. Last one. Nobody really cares if you don't go to the party. Is this a real song?
Is this the title?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's real.
It is real.
Yes, sir.
Do you know who? Any idea who sings it? I don't think you're gonna get it.
Is it country?
It's not.
Hmm.
You have any idea what this would be?
Pop song?
It's kind of like alternative.
Okay.
What you would kind of figure.
Who is it?
The artist is Courtney Barnett.
No, don't know her.
Here's what it sounds like.
Could be a dude, actually.
Why you so eager to please? I wear my
This sounds like
heart on
Hole or
my
something.
sleeve.
Yeah.
It's harder in the winter, gotta be a fake or shiver. It takes a great deal out of me. Yes, I like hearing your story.
I mean,
Like a punk, like a
Yeah.
punk
But I've
rock.
heard them all
Yeah,
before.
that's fair. Yeah,
So you're 50%.
yeah.
50% in. Not bad.
I got
not
3
bad.
out of 5.
Yeah.
I got
All right.
3 out of 5.
All right. A little over.
Okay, all right.
So I wanted to also just check in your Joe's journey, as we talked about early on. Boy, you've been posting the clips. You've been trying. I got to A for effort.
I'm gonna wrap it
bro.
up tomorrow. I'll wrap it up. I mean, I'm not gonna wrap up the journey tomorrow, but I'll wrap it up with like a final post, and then because I don't know if people are getting something out of it or they're annoyed by it.
Are you losing weight?
I lost a lot of weight.
Okay. I mean,
I probably have lost 12 to 14 pounds.
wow. And you think it's all because of?
There's nothing else that's changed.
But you're not eating any less. You're eating the same, but just differently.
Correct. Yes. I'm not eating any less. It's just different foods than I would normally eat in a 7-day week.
So will this taper off? Or is
Yeah, I can't. Yes, that will be my post tomorrow. The way I've done it, and it'll be a month tomorrow. I started on the 1st. Tomorrow's the 29th. Exactly 1 month.
Mm-hmm.
The way I've done it was too extreme, too much, too far.
Yeah, I would say so. I thought that all along.
Because I can't do all sugar, all simple carbs, all at one time.
Cutting
Like
it off.
It's not sustainable. I would never be able to carry it on. I have too many people. Like I cook probably 4 out of 7 nights
Yeah.
for whoever's at home that night. That's not sustainable. They don't want to eat that shit. It's not sustainable because every day I usually like to go out to lunch somewhere.
Right.
So
what's the move?
I'm going on vacation Saturday. Like that's not sustainable.
Right.
The move for anybody watching is start with the sodas.
Cut out the sodas.
And then
were you a
and
soda
got-
guy? I didn't realize you were.
I was a Coke
Really? I didn't know this.
guy.
I've never seen you with a Coke.
Yeah. You know, like anytime I'd go to lunch, I'd either get Coke or sweet tea.
Mm.
And I'd argue sweet tea's probably worse
Okay. I don't drink
because when they make sweet tea here, I watched my mom make sweet tea this past weekend for my son and his friends at the beach. It was fucking crazy. How out of a pitcher of tea, she put
I remember my mom used to do it back in
dude.
the day.
It was probably 2 cups.
Yeah.
Of just white
Sugar.
in it.
Yeah.
And then while it was hot, stir
Yeah.
it in there. And then the vanilla lattes, you know, with even skim milk, but it's got all those pumps of that vanilla sugar
Right.
sweetener. And then so kill the sodas, the Red Bull at 3:00, pretty much clockwork every day. Kill that, the sodas, the sweet tea, and then starting the day with that like blueberry muffin or
Scone.
a scone
Yeah.
or cinnamon bun or sticky bun
Yeah.
at that bakery is the worst way to start the day, apparently.
Mm.
And I think all those things cumulatively going into my 50s was literally just adding up to pre-diabetic.
Mm.
So shout out to that Function Health test for being like, yo, you need to pump the brakes on the sugar shit. And I was able to do that, and I think it is sustainable for me to cold turkey all of that stuff. Now, cutting out, you know, a sandwich with bread or you know, a Chick-fil-A every once in a while, I won't be able to do that. And just eating a salad every day, it's just not sustainable. So I've realized what I can do, and I know I'll stick to the drinks.
How's your energy?
I don't feel any different. People keep asking me that. I don't feel any different. I've always had high energy. I've always slept great. I always will go to the gym 4 days a week, no matter if I'm on the road or in Raleigh or whatever, and give, you know, a hard 45-minute workout in some sort of group class setting. So I don't feel any different. I definitely was close to 200 pounds, which is too heavy for as short as I am. All of the last probably 2, 3, 4 years. Every time I've gone to the doctor, like right up in the 190s, and I'm like down to 183. I've probably lost at least 12 pounds.
What's the expectation when you do the retest? Where you want it to?
I need for these and they have, you know, these technical terms for this cholesterol and this kind of APOB or whatever. Like I need these numbers to be more in range. Right. I need more numbers. I think there was 108 tests when it was all done, and 18 were out of range. I need like 10 of those 18 to be back in range. Let's say I don't think I'm going to be, you know, Superman and have nothing out of range. I don't think any human probably has that right now. But I need that to be in range, and I think I'll feel a lot more comfortable.
Well, kudos for going this far. I got to say,
I did it, man. I mean, you know, I think I just should have started with the sodas and then worked, you know, backwards on more protein, less bread, less pasta, stuff like that. Right. And taper that off instead of going full cold turkey. My goal really wasn't to lose weight, to be honest with you.
I remember you saying that.
I still stand by that, but it was a natural occurrence of cutting out all that sugar.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Hey, want to make more money at every single event? Let me put you onto something. It's called ESART. It's the event platform made by a DJ for DJs. With ESART, you can offer apps like live photo sharing, real-time slideshows, song requests, and even seating charts. And you can upsell your clients like a pro. It's simple, plug and play, easy to use, and your clients, they love it. Join their membership for the best pricing and watch your profits soar. Go to esart.com right now and book your free demo.
Real quick, before I forget, I didn't really talk about my gigs. We had a couple gigs.
Yeah.
We were off probably 3 weeks ago, and then we were back on. We did a really small wedding at this interesting venue in Raleigh, and we were on this kind of like the bottom of the staircase almost.
You've been there before?
I have, and normally they put you up in the balcony.
Oh, I hate that.
75, 80 feet from the dance floor.
Yeah.
I literally would have to send Saquon down there.
Well,
and
then
like
running the speakers
Yeah,
down
yeah.
there.
You got to drop them, the cable over the balcony down to the floor.
It's the worst.
It's like, Saquon, go out there and see if people are having fun, because I have no clue. That's how far away. But they put me on the landing at the bottom of the staircase, and it was kind of cool. A beautiful room flip they did for this venue. That's, I don't want to say what it is, kind of dated, but unbelievable room flip. I thought we had a great party there, and then we led right into last weekend, another great party, brand new venue that's open, Donovan Manor, that my friend Jill owns.
Yeah.
And a little bit weird where we were set up, but this was half American, half Persian.
Ooh, you don't get the ethnic weddings too
Not
often.
Not a ton. You know, a couple a year I'll catch. And,
did they load
again,
you up?
Blonde hair, blue-eyed girl. A friend of mine that was a professional, like, entertainment dancer, not the wrong kind of dancer,
right?
But like
choreographer,
choreographer. She was on the Carolina dance team. She cheered for the Wizards. Like, she's a real dancer.
She's in the wedding party.
She's the bride.
Oh, she's the bride.
So she was out there just killing it. And then the groom is Iranian, and it was 160 people. And Saquon, wouldn't you say it was about 50-50? Like, not.
Well, maybe not 50-50.
60-40?
60-40.
There were 40% people that were of Persian descent. Like,
so does that?
And I'm not saying they flew over for the wedding. They've been living in the United States.
Yeah.
Their children were second generation, whatever. But
did you have to go heavier?
Yes, bro.
Oh yeah.
And they want to hear.
They do.
They want to hear that shit.
Yeah.
So I luckily been given the music, and I'd listened to it and figured out kind of where it went in. But my set got shortened. The timeline ran long. The speeches were too long. The blah, 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 dinner too long. And I felt like I really had to shove like 83 songs into like 90 minutes.
Wow.
And I probably got through 60.
Yeah.
But, it's like I felt like I would have, I needed it to breathe a little bit more, and I felt rushed.
Were there any?
They were super happy, man.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Were there any songs that like, I noticed a lot of times these ethnicities, they like do covers of American songs.
There were
like,
none of those. No,
yeah.
there were none of those, but it was like,
Israeli
there
music,
was 2 or 3 types of Persian songs, just like there are like Hispanic songs. There's salsa, merengue, there's bachata, blah, blah, blah.
What was a good mix you did that you can in or out of one?
There's a dude named SASY. I don't know if that's Sassy or Sassy. His songs were good, but there were some that sounded older.
Yeah.
And the time
The
signature.
time signature was.
Saquon was
Wait,
like,
where's
what
the-
the fuck
I
is
was
happening?
trying to
It was like. It was
I was
like,
trying to groove with it, but I
it was like,
it's like boom, 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 boom. I'm like, oh my.
it wasn't like that. Boom, that boom,
Yeah.
that boom.
But the
It
way they were
wasn't like
dancing,
that.
it was like Persian.
Yeah.
You know, the
they're like,
hands up.
they're
Yeah,
like
yeah.
moving around
Yeah.
the room.
They
like,
were feeling it, bro. But me and Saquon were like, something's crazy with this beat right now. Like, how am I going to get out of it? I think I just let them play out. You know what I mean? Just move on to the next song. It was a wild ride, man. But she had a blast. Sent me the sweetest Instagram DM yesterday about how everybody was complimenting her, how I've just kind of moved magically between the 2 genres.
Right.
You know what I mean? It wasn't like I played 2 Persian songs. I mean, I probably played 10 or 12.
Yeah.
It was good, man.
Did you have those nerves though?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like right when I started. But like I said, I'd listened to the songs. I was prepared. I just kind of felt like I had to rush a little bit. It was good stuff.
All right.
Yeah, man.
That's good. Yeah. I played with the band Saturday.
Yeah. If Brian texts me, he sends me a picture of the band. He goes, I love playing with bands. I'm about to bury these fools. It's like, because they go on and they do the My Girls and the bullshit.
They did.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And it just wasn't hitting with this crowd.
Yeah.
Was not hitting with this
And
crowd.
the
This crowd
music
was
came
from
out.
Miami.
Yeah.
And they were like, we want to be EDM at
Yeah,
the festival.
Yeah.
And
Sun goes down, Brian B just goes crazy.
Yeah. So it took one song.
Yeah.
And flipped the energy and it was on. So it was great.
The death of the cover band is near.
Yeah.
Sorry, not sorry.
So we got a gear find.
Yes, sir, we
What
did.
do we got?
Yeah, this one's good, man. I wish, so just for those of you who don't know, we shoot this podcast with a vlogger camera in the center and then 2 of the Pocket Osmo 3. You've heard me talk about it. It's made by DJI, the same people that makes the drones. It's my favorite camera. Every wedding video you see on YouTube of our gig logs, most of the stuff we shoot here in the studio, we've gotten rid of all of our DSLR cameras. Like, we use these Pocket Osmo 3s. Now Brian has bought one as well. So this, and the beauty of it is you can self-shoot. It's like a little handheld gimbal. You can flip the screen vertical and shoot reels.
Mm-hmm.
You can flip it sideways like it is right now and shoot wide. This goes on the bottom of it. This is a little thing I got from Amazon. So it's got a 1/4-inch screw on the bottom. You screw this on the bottom, and then you put your phone there. And if you look at the camera, Brian, you can see exactly where it would go under the lens.
Right.
I'm sorry I'm not like showing it to y'all with it on there. But basically, I can put my teleprompter app on this now and walk around and look like I'm talking to the camera,
Right.
but I'm really reading a script. Or even just put it on a tripod, put this on the bottom of it, still be able to put the tripod, see that
Right. Yep.
nub in the bottom, and I can sit there and put my screen on any one of 3,000 probably App Store teleprompter apps
Right.
and literally sit there and read a script and make it
amazing.
look kind of, or even walk around with it.
Yeah.
And I think Nate Acosta might have put me onto this. So shout out Nate Acosta down in Dallas. But this thing is, I think it was like $10 or
Love
something
it.
on Amazon. We'll put it under the video on YouTube, and we'll also put it on my Amazon store link.
Man,
cool.
you're 2 for 2.
Yeah.
2 for 2 on these.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Brian B. here. Yes, interrupting yet another stellar podcast episode. But don't worry, this is a value add, not just me rambling. Have you enjoyed the music finds I share on here? You know, the ones that Joe pretends he discovered first? Well, if you didn't know, I've got a Patreon where you can grab not only song lists, but also exclusive edits of mine. Yep, custom tracks that'll set you apart from every DJ still rinsing the same tired wedding set. Want fresh music suggestions every month? Go to patreon.com patreon.com/DJ Brian B Official. Again, that's patreon.com/DJ Brian B Official. You'll be the DJ everyone's trying to figure out how you keep your sets so fire. And planners will start nudging their couples your way. And if that's not a hard enough sell, I don't know what is. All right, back to the episode before Joe tries to convince us that Sweet Caroline is actually a banger.
Let's hit this question. I think it's a two-parter.
Hit it.
Our boy's back. Al
Ow.
from Pensacola.
Sir.
So this is a two-part question. Actually, this is funny because I think you just talked about a flip. Do you charge a flip fee for certain venues and layouts, or in the event of rain, if you do have to move inside, do you have to move or disassemble, reassemble your setup? You want to hit this one?
Number one, do we charge a flip fee? No, we don't. We try and load in as much as we can, or either pull the van. We pulled the van right up to that side door last time.
What if they tell you it's looking like it's going to rain. We want to do it outside. We're going to wait. And then all of a sudden they're like, dude, it's going to rain. We got to, and you've already set up. Now you got to pull it in. Are you charging for that?
We're not charging for that either. I will say though, you also have to remember that everything that I run now for the ceremony is on one stick, one tripod. Everse 8, battery powered mics, stand that we've clamped to it with the mic pack sitting on it. No cables. I literally, when it rained on us 3-4 weeks ago at Farrington, and we looked up at the sky, we had just set up, it was a gorgeous day. And then as we were kind of finishing up in the reception, we walked back out and I go, bro, it's coming. Like this, look at your radar. It's getting ready to get biblical. And I'm telling you, he went and grabbed the rock and roller cart and the bags for the stuff because we just had them under a tree hidden in the back. He ran those under a shelter, and I grabbed the thing and kind of ran in part of the hotel and just set it down. And not 60 seconds later, it was a downfall, white squall, just pouring.
Ugh.
And luckily, it only lasted 15 minutes, cleared up. They wiped the chairs off. They were still able to get married outside. But back in the day, man, and I'm talking about back in the day as in 5 years ago, I had a table, a rack, 2 speakers, all the cables run, all the power run. Those shark fin paddle antennas like you see on the side of an NFL game.
Yeah.
Like, it would have been a shit show to break that down. And maybe I would have charged back then. Now, man, no to either one of those.
What if it was a reception though? It was outside, and this is the case, and they're like, dude, we're gonna move it in. We wanted it outdoors. You got all your stuff out there.
I don't think anybody's that dumb down here, man. I don't remember the last time we did something quote unquote under the stars.
Right. Oh, really?
I don't remember. Man.
Yours has always been
the
indoors.
weather is so volatile here. I mean, look at it right now.
Yeah.
It is the end of May. It's 65 and raining.
Yeah.
That makes no sense for this time of year.
I agree.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It should be 85, 90 today and gorgeous.
Yeah.
Something ain't right.
Yeah.
What about you? I feel like you're going to charge for one or both of these.
We don't.
Okay.
Man, we don't. I think the way it's worded in our contract, I wish I had that with me. I don't, but it's something along the lines, we will do everything in our power to accommodate if there's rain. But I have had people go, hey, listen, we want to still do it outdoors because it's Florida, man. They want to, those markets that I'm in, they want to have it outdoors because that's where they come from.
But when you say outdoors, you're meaning there's no tent, it's just raw dog in it?
Sometimes.
Wow.
Yeah. I had one, it was at a hotel. They have, what do they call it? It's not like a pergola maybe? No, not pergola, but it's almost like it's a topper, but it's
like a pavilion.
But it comes
no
through.
Sides.
Rains. It's meant for sun. So that sun doesn't burn your, it's like a shader basically. But if it's rain, it comes through.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
And they have to make the call so early because this is a rooftop. People are bringing up tables, florals, all the stuff. Right. So they called it at 10 o'clock. So we're still doing it outside.
10 a.m.
10 a.m.
Okay.
Florida's the most volatile place you can possibly
it's
be.
Worse
it's
than North Carolina.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you making that call? That's a terrible idea.
At 4 o'clock.
So the whole day it's pouring. The florist had to call in someone to bring her a new set of clothes because like she's literally setting up in the pouring rain with this like arch and doing all the stuff or whatever. I can't set up because literally there's no covering.
Right.
So I'm having to wait till the very last second, which I absolutely hate.
Yeah, me
because
too.
then I'm like, I can't do my full checks, all that kind of stuff. And I go up there, set up. And
so it cleared.
It did clear.
Wow.
However, the wind starts.
Oh, shit.
And I don't notice that I am by a roof gutter. So all of a sudden, I feel this downpour of water all over my stuff. I'm just like,
On the
what?
gear.
On the gear.
Like, when was this?
This is like about
Years
2
ago?
weeks ago.
Oh,
No, this is
recently.
recent. I'm like, what just happened? I'm like, I didn't see this coming because it's sunny. I'm like, what happened? But the wind was coming.
And blew it out of like a
Yeah.
gutter.
And so I'm like, oh, I can't stay here. This is not going to work. I got to move. So look, I moved to a place that was, I had never even looked up to even notice I was
Are you
right
solo?
there. I had a helper. So thankfully I had that.
Woo.
But I have had it happen a few times where they go, hey, and I tell them, listen, if there's any gear that's wet, I have to stop. It's like an electrical issue.
Yeah.
And, and also just for health, I don't want to get electrocuted myself. Not a gear. So we always try to make them make the call, but
Damn.
I do everything I can to stay out there if it's at all possible. Disassembling, reassembling, all my stuff's pretty much put together. So
Yeah.
it doesn't take much to reassemble.
I mean, and
It's just a
again, man,
move.
we both have assistants. I don't know, Al. I don't think you would be completely out of line based on where your price is. Look, if you're charging $5,000 plus for
Right.
your show, then it's part of your show, right? But if you're getting $1,500 to do a show and you feel like, you are by yourself and you need a little bit extra money, I'd put another $150 in there for a flip fee,
Yep.
If you have to, strike your stuff and reset it up, put $300 in there for that and just write it in your contract. Make sure you're upfront with it with the planner and the client.
Yeah.
I don't see anything necessarily wrong with it unless you're charging premium pricing. Then it's kind of the cost of doing business.
Right. I totally agree. You said it just a second ago, but it's important to have as much of this dialogue as early as possible and continual as possible, because if you live in an area like he does in Florida, where it's potentially going to
Yeah.
happen and they're not
Yeah.
from there, they need
Yeah.
to be aware of like how you operate so
Yep.
that there's no gray when you get to the event and something like this happens.
Absolutely. Good stuff.
Let's wrap it.
Let's wrap it. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. Shout out to our sponsors, DJ Event
Yeah.
Planner, your favorite CRM for keeping track of your leads, following up, and all that good stuff. They can even do their planning there inside the portal. Also, S4-Ep, a full suite of apps for your clients. You can either upsell them or just add them on and make the experience even that much better. So thank you guys again for watching, for listening to the Beyond the DJ Booth podcast. We drop every single Wednesday morning. This is episode 1 of season 4, and we appreciate you guys. Leave us a review, and we're out.
Later.